on the bike going eastbound. Stop, police!
You're seeing Boise police body camera footage from a police shooting last November. The Critical Incident Task Force determined the Boise police officers were justified for shooting 30-year-old Jeremy Weiss. Thank you for joining us here on the News at 4. I'm Shira Matsuzawa. Police say they spent multiple days looking for Weiss. He was suspected of stabbing a family member. And once police tried to stop him, he charged 2 officers with a knife. News Channel 7's Andrew Bartline watched that body camera footage. Andrew, how does this compare to what we've heard previously from police?
Yeah, well, we'll get to that point. But the first thing I want to clarify a mistake off the top, that Weiss was not killed when he was shot by police. So we'll get to that point in a moment. But the day police did shoot Jeremy Weiss, their initial statement set the narrative. The department was looking for a violent criminal, specifically that police had a warrant for Weiss to charge him with aggravated battery. BPD says they got a tip that Weiss was seen at Simplot Sports Complex in southeast Boise. You can see it relative to the downtown area. Less than an hour later, police say they saw Weiss on a bike path near an apartment complex in that same area. That's when police confronted Weiss. The body camera footage starts rolling at that point after police ordered Weiss to get down, show his hands. He runs at the officers. The video shows the first officer running away from Weiss. It clearly shows the officer's first move was not to use his gun or to shoot his gun. The officers first used a police car as a barrier before shots were fired.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands, dude. No! 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 Yes! Get down here. No! Get down! Okay. Shots fired.
At this point, the body camera footage is redacted, and we spotlight that officer on camera near the top of your screen. That's because he's the officer that shot Weiss, and we hear exactly 2 shots fired in the video. 23 seconds pass between the time officers tell Weiss to stop and when they choose to shoot him. Boise police say Weiss had a knife, and officers took care of him after he gave that knife up until paramedics show up. They drive Weiss to the hospital. He was charged with multiple felonies. Weiss was found guilty for stabbing his father. He was sentenced this week to prison for 30 years, and Shira, Weiss is eligible for parole after 10 years. So this narrative, looking for a violent criminal, that's what the court has determined too. And they've also decided, the Critical Incident Task Force, this is a justified shooting by Boise police.
Yeah, because this happened back in November. So
Correct.
We're just now kind of finding those findings right now.
And that's how that system works. The Critical Incident Task Force of another county comes in, and their prosecutor looks through it to try to not have any system of bias in place. And this is how that system wraps up months later.
All right. Thanks for breaking it down for us, Andrew. And I know we'll check back in with you in the next hour as well.